Hey, oh, yeah. All right. Yeah, okay. Hey, everyone. How's it going tonight? I'm Jim. Hey, hold on here a sec. Yeah, but anyways, I am. All right. Let me turn this down a bit. Hello, Linda. Hello, Wendy. Hello, everybody. I'm just uh, posting a few here. Yeah. So. All right. So, anyways. All right. So. All right. Anyways, yeah. So, anyways, it is welcome, everybody. This is Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 4.0, episode 224. I am just sharing this to a bunch of groups. Bear with me here for a minute. All right. Okay. Um, Oh no, not that one. Not that one. Let's see. All right, vlogging and vlogging. Um, all right. There we go. Okay. So yeah. Um, all right. So Van Halen Forever. Post that to a whole lot of Ed. All right. Okay. So. All right. So, anyways, yeah. Hello. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, Big Jims Blogcast Live. I'm just sharing it right now. Anyways, yeah, welcome. This is Big Jims Blogcast Live, episode 224, version 4.0. Let's see here. What do we got here? All right. So, anyways, yeah. It is Sunday, June 19th, 2022. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there. Great to all the fathers out there, including mine, Tom, who's up in Manitoulin Island right now, just taking a break with his buddies. I don't, hanging out, so didn't get a chance to see him today. But anyways, yeah, it is Father's Day. Well, so anyways, let me do my intro. I may say a few bad, dirty words like shit, damn, screw, the F word, but welcome to Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 4.0, episode 224 on Facebook Live, airing almost every other Sunday. We are some Saturdays, some wine o'clock Wednesdays, and the occasional Friday. We're now in our fourth year. We debuted back in November of 2018. We're based out of Sarnia, Ontario, Canada, bordering Port Huron, Michigan. Big Jims Blogcast Live does craft beer reviews from craft beer breweries from here, like right in Sarnia and Corunna. Tonight's beer is called Silverwood's Milkshake IPA by the Two Waters Brewing Company in Corunna, Ontario, Canada. I'll open that. I'm going to try it for the very first time. Craft breweries across from Sarnia, across Ontario, and in Canada and the U.S. We also pair it with a whiskey, like a nice spirit. Like tonight, I'm chasing it down with Gibson's Finest whiskey and a nice Rocky Patel vintage Connecticut cigar. So that's we talk about local events in around near you, countdowns to holidays, birthdays, shout outs to our friends. We talk about retro classic stuff such as classic TV, like the 1, 2, 3 hit season wonders, canceled TV shows, spin-offs, characters, actors, actresses, 70s, 80s hard rock, 80s, 90s hard rock, like the one-hit wonders in hair bands, like rap, country, top 40s, 100, like forgotten groups, classic pro wrestling, like with the defunct league, like the leagues that aren't around anymore, like the NWA, the AWA, WCW, UWF, the pay-per-views, tag teams, stables, the jobbers, etc. Classic sci-fi, like we talk about droids, ships, weapons, aliens, minor characters from Star Wars, Star Trek, Battlestar Galactica, and your blog. Okay, share to a group. There. All right. So, anyways, we're posting that. All right. So, okay. Hold on here a sec. There we go. All right. There. Okay, good. Now, we talk about classic sports like hockey, baseball, basketball, random gong solos, so that's in a nutshell. So sit back, enjoy the show, and join us, and let's keep it light and fluffy in here, light and fun. I never talk about politics, religion, my personal life, or trashing exes. So we keep it fun and enlightening and entertaining. So, all right. So, starting us off, we're going to light this puppy up in a minute here. Actually, right now. Excuse me. That is a good cigar. So, anyways, for the people watching the cigar groups, that's a Rocky Patel vintage 1999 Connecticut. So, all right, our craft beer. We're going to get some birthday shout outs tonight. We will countdowns, local events. We'll talk about a classic movie, The Big Red One. An Animal House TV spin-off, Delta House, long time ago. A hockey car hero, Miles Wood, a former WCW tag team Kronik. Star Wars Dewbacks. the song Doctor-Desmond Child. We'll remember Alec John Such. We'll revisit Slippery When Wet, a classic album from Bon Jovi. This week in Van Halen history, and top 10 TV dads, classic TV dads. So right on. So stick around for that. Want to remind everybody tonight that the blogcast is not spam. So we go out later. The audio version of this blogcast will go out later on Spotify and all these other listening audio podcast platforms. So we're not spam. Like us, share us, subscribe to us. I want to say hi to everybody now in the Port Elgin Sarnia groups. Chain Reaction, I know you're watching. Awesome show last night. Basically, I'll get to that in a minute. Mm, 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 mm. All right. So, anyways, yeah, awesome show last night. The pop culture groups, craft beer groups, cigar, pro wrestling, TV and movies, the Bon Jovi groups, the TV dads, and of course Chain Reaction. And I gotta give a huge shout out to Destroyer, the Kiss tribute band. This is the second time I've seen them in years, and so if anybody's watching, if anybody in Chain Reaction is watching, share this to the Destroyer group or whatever. I gotta give Mo and the band huge props for like really ripping it up last night. So anyways, yeah. All right. Okay. All right. So anyways, here we go. So tonight's craft beer, and hold on a sec. I am gonna. All right. Two waters. There we go. I am gonna share this to two waters. All right. More options. Send in messenger. Wait a minute. Yeah. Okay. All right. So two waters brewing. Okay. Wait a minute. All right. Two water brewing. There we go. Undo. Two Water Brewing Company. Yeah, there we go. All right. Okay. So, Instagram, Two Water Brewing. There we go. Okay. All right. Go. All right. Back there. Back now. Okay. All right. So, yeah, we're going to get to some birthday shout-outs in a moment here. I have got a brand new beer to try, and it's called Silverwood's Milkshake IPA. It's by the Two Water Brewing Company in Corunna, Ontario, Canada. And I do give it a rating out of 10, but let's see here. All right. And feel free, everybody watching, to share this with everybody, other Facebook group on there. So anyways, here we go, and I'm trying it for the very first time here. So I've got there's the Two Water Brewing Company glass right there, right on, for the people who want to check that out. So looking good. Now before I try this, let's take a look at look at the head on that. I want that settle down for a minute. So anyways, yeah. So strong beer, 6.8% alcohol volume. They don't give much info except it's malted barley hops, wheat, lactose, yeast. All right. So, anyways, all right, here we go. Just adding a few more of that. Ooh, look at that. So, again, I'm trying it for the very first time here. So, all right. Okay. So, not a bad beer at all. I'm gonna chase it down with some Gibson's whiskey there. So, all right. So that good combo right there. Let me swig this again. Mm. All right. No unpleasant aftertaste, I'll give you that. No unpleasant aftertaste. Um, I got to get a feel for it throughout the blogcast, and I will give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. But um, yeah, all I can go for by now is no unpleasant aftertaste. Goes down really smooth, whether it's a spring, summer, or fall beer. Um, and I'll let you guys know. But yeah, when I do craft beer reviews, I don't say I don't make up like pretentious like, oh well, this craft beer is like super fine. It's like, no, I just go with my gut. I go with my gut and what my gut tells me to go with. So we'll top this up. All right. So, like I said, no unpleasant aftertaste. You can taste like the malt in that. So, all right. Oh yeah. Definitely milkshakey. Definitely milkshakey. Really there. So, all right. So, anyways, yeah. Thank you for joining us. Mm, mm, all right. So, yeah. And before we get to birthday shoutouts, I gotta say, I was at Sarnia and Kinsman Rib Fest yesterday. And I want to give shouts out to like the Chain Reaction Band, Glenn McKinnon, um, Bill and Janice McMike, Bill and Janice McMichael Dennis, and the Destroyer Kiss tribute band, and the ladies I went with. We all had a great time. It was like awesome. So, all right, yeah. Hello, everybody. So, mm, mm, mm. All right, there we go. Mm, all right. Mm, mm. All right, I'm gonna share this a little bit more with. Um, oh wait. Oh, share now, public. Share to their story, public. More options. Share to a group. Um, whoops. A cigar. All right. There we go. All right. Cigar Smokers of Michigan. There we go. Post. Yeah. So. Mm, all right. Mm, mm, all right. Wild Bill Cigar Club. There we go. All right. Yeah. Okay. So. All right. So yeah, before like we'll get to birthday shout outs in a minute here, and there are lots of them. So, um, mm, so, and let's see. Wait a minute. There. So, but yeah, mm, there we go. So, all right. Mm. We will get some countdown, but we've got birthday shout-outs to get to. From the past 2 weeks, Tanya Dwinell, Paul Cicuti, Tony Turan, Julie Job, Sheldon Wade, Lori Lee Voigt, Tasman Augustin, Tracy Scarf, Kelly Mullen, Elizabeth Raymond, Richard Cottle, Melissa Frazier, Jennifer Wood, Cecily Berezowski, Kim Gosley, Michael Bacchius, Deborah Triplett, Drew Herback, Carrie Eldridge, Doug McKee. Happy birthday, Dougie. Grace Pancho, Stephen Robertson, Lynn Scholten, Carrie Coulter, Cassie Boudier, Teresa Colley, Sheila Brown, Dana Goodyear, Christina Dominici, Louis Melias, Stephen Kay, and Teresa Farrell. Happy birthday, everybody. I hope you guys had Wonderful birthday. This was from the past 2 weeks. There are a lot of birthday shows there. Some people are family. Some people I go back 45 years with. So, all right. Okay. All right. Boom. Gong. Lots of gong solos there tonight. Like I said, Big Jims Blogcast Live is not spam. The audio version goes out later on Spotify, Buzzsprout, Anchor FM, Google Podcast, or wherever you listen to your audio listening podcasts. So, like us, share, and subscribe to us. Want to give shouts out to everybody watching in the Chain Reaction group, the Sarnia, Port Elgin groups, all the pop culture, Van Halen, classic rock groups, craft beer, cigars, sci-fi, Bon Jovi, pro wrestling, Blogspot, TV dads. All right, so here we go. Mm. 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 All right, so for purposes, I'm just going to set this over here. All right, so now let's get into some, before we start in on local events, we'll get into some countdowns. So, all right, summer is only 2 days away. 2 days away. Can you believe that? All right. Canada Day is only 12 days away. August long weekend is 43 days away. The Labor Day long weekend is 78 days away. Valentine's Day is only 124 days away. Can't believe that, can you? And Independence Day is only 57 days away. Alright, and that is countdowns for... alright. So, anyways, yeah. Alright. So, okay. Alright, so anyways, yeah. It is Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 4.0, episode 224. Alright, so, and it is Sunday, June 19th, 2022. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there, including mine, and my brothers, Greg and Troy. Alright, so, now we're going to get into some local events here. But yeah, like last night I just got to give shouts out to Chain Reaction and Destroyer for completely tearing it up. Destroyer, a Kiss tribute band, one of the best tribute bands out there. And Chain Reaction. Glenn and the guys really tore it up last night. We were at a good time. It was like, reminded me of like 2 years ago before all this COVID. Which leads me into this. So, hold on. So, anyways, Destroyer. Yeah, I gotta say, when Mo as Gene Simmons went like that and stared directly, he went like that to all around. And when he got to me, I was like, holy shit! I was like a little bit like, whoa, hey, whoa, hold on. Oh, I needed to hold somebody beside me. Okay. But anyways, we all had fun last night. Yeah, so, all right. All right, so anyways, let's share this with a few more groups. Glam Metal Universe, post AOR Glam Metal, post post. There we go. All right. 80s and 90s nostalgia. There we go. Grew up in the 80s and 90s. There we are. All right. So, okay. So before we get going into local events, like I said, tonight's craft beer is Silverwood Milkshake IPA by the Two Water Brewing Company in Corunna, Ontario, Canada. So, all right. All right. Corunna, Ontario, Canada. And I gotta say, so far so good. It does have that milkshake quality to it. There's no unpleasant aftertaste. There's like a little bit of a tangy taste to it there, but and I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So, it's got to grow on me for one thing, and I'm chasing it down with like Gibson's finest Scotch, Gibson's finest whiskey. So, all right, which is turning out to be a very good combo, by the way. So, anyways, yeah, if you like, yeah. So, anyways, welcome. Yeah. Oh. Like I said, let's get into some local events right now. I mean, and they're coming back in a big way. I mean, for the past 2 years, it's been all masks and social distancing and keep away from me and just keep away from like everybody else, but not anymore. The buzzwords used to be hiatus, rescheduled, canceled, postponed. And it's easy to remember that they had Ribfest last year as a drive-through. Sorry, I don't do drive-throughs. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. All right. So, anyways. All right. So. All right. Just looking down at my phone. I know I shouldn't. I should be paying attention to you. All right. So. So, anyways, yeah. All right. So, anyways, yeah. Okay. All right. So, yeah, let's get into some like local events here. Like I said, they're back. They're back in a big way. Okay. So, all right. Saturday, June 25th, 2022 at 5 p.m. is Blue Water Border Fest with Our Lady Peace and Finger 11 at Centennial Park in Sarnia, www.ticketscene.ca. Mark and the guys have been doing a pretty good job with that. The last Blue Water Border Fest was in 2019, and we all went. He gave us tickets to give away on the blogcast. We had a good time. Everybody had a good time. So, yeah. Tuesday, June 23rd, 2022 is the Canada Summer Kickoff Concert. The Tea Party, Sam Roberts at Centennial Park in Sarnia. For tickets, go to www.bluewaterborderfest.com. Friday, August 26th, 2022 is Beats on a Boat. The Duke Cruise. It is Duke New Orleans 2, 7 p.m. till 11 p.m. 297 Front Street in Sarnia. Tickets are $25 per person. The boat loads at 6:30. So Brights Grove has their Music Fest July 15th and 16th, 2022 in Kenwick Park. All right. Where was I? Oh, yeah. It'll be fully licensed. It's Friday. The Friday show will be Stevens, Gypsy Flats, Full Disclosure, Retrospect, Big Shiny Tunes. Saturday show will be the Acoustic DJ, Dead Engine City, Chain Reaction. God, I'm there. I'm so there. I'm so there for Chain Reaction. Johnny 5, Aces High. And, all right, Saturday, July 9th, 2022, 9:30 p.m. is Dead Engine City live at Twisted Arm Restaurant and Bar in Sarnia. Sunday, July 24th, 5:30 to 9:30 p.m. The Downriver Band, Rockin' on the River, Duke New Orleans cruise. It's like boat loads at 5:30. It's $30 per ticket. Message a band member in the Downriver Band for tickets. So Wednesday, June 22nd at 4 p.m. is the Mitten Village Barbecue and Boogie. 135 Mitten Street South. It's 4 till 7 p.m. There's going to be music. There's going to be like food and games. It's going to be fun and it's free. Right on. Boom. Okay. All right. Yeah. So, okay. All right. The gong. All right. So yeah, now that we've got all that out of the way, all right. So I just want to say, like, before we get to the big red one, our classic movie of the night, I've got like our craft beer for tonight. Craft beer review is Silverwood's Milkshake IPA by the Two Water Brewing Company in Corunna, Ontario, Canada, and they've made some winners so far. Just topping it up right there. Now. I tried it for the very first time right now. So, it's a bit like there's a malty taste to it, but there's no unpleasant aftertaste. It's so far so good. It's a really milkshakey beer. If you really, yeah, like I'm just looking at it. You can really taste the barley and the hops in it. Like, and it is a strong beer. It is 6.8 alcohol. 6.8% alcohol volume in it. But so far, so good. And I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So stick around. And I am chasing it down with Gibson's Finest Whiskey. So, all right. So anyway, yeah. Good. All right. Boom. Okay. So anyway, before we get going here, I want to remind everybody that this blogcast is not spam. The audio version goes out later on Spotify, Buzzsprout, and all these audio listing platforms where you listen to your podcast to. So like us, share us, subscribe to us. And I want to give shouts out to everybody watching in the Sarnia Port Elgin groups, all the pop culture groups, all the classic rock, hair metal, glam metal, Van Halen, craft beer, cigars, sci-fi, pro wrestling, Blogspot, Bon Jovi, TV Dads, Chain Reaction. So, yeah, you guys rock. Yeah, all the people watching in Sarnia rocks in the Chain Reaction groups right now, just discovering us for the very first time. It's Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 4.0, episode 224. It is Happy Father's Day today. Happy Father's Day to every new dad, old dad, and my dad out there. So, all right, and I got this movie on right now. Tonight's movie, it is called all right, it is called The Big Red One. Now, 1980. It came out by United Artists. Came out July 18th, 1980. It had a budget of $4 million to it. Box office, $7.2 million. The cast, I got the cast right here. All right. So the cast, of course, Lee Marvin in the center as a sergeant. Mark Hamill as Private Griff, right there, Mr. Luke Skywalker. Robert Carradine as Private Zab, and Siegfried Rauch as Schroeder. So there's the principal cast of The Big Red One. Now, the premise of this movie, like basically November 1918, it opens with a flashback. November 1918, a private slays a German soldier with a trench knife. The German was surrendering to the private, who was told the war has been over for four hours. Now, they flash forward to November 1942. The private, now a sergeant of the Big Red One, leaves a squad of infantrymen throughout North Africa, battling the enemy. Over the next 2 years, the squad serves in Sicily, Italy, taking part in the Normandy campaign, Omaha Beach, the liberation of France, and battle Germans in Western Germany. So the sergeant's German counterpart fights in the same battles with a fierce loyalty to Hitler and Germany. The squad advances into northern France and they liberate a concentration camp in the final hours of the war. The sergeant is in the forest at night, burying a young boy he befriended hours earlier when Schroeder appears trying to surrender. The sergeant states him, his squad, they tell him the war has been over for 4 hours. Uh, then the squad tries to save the life of Schroeder as they return to the camp. So, like I've got this movie on right now. I'm watching. It's a pretty good movie. So, anyways, there's the Big Red One. It's a pretty good war movie. The principal cast, and yeah. So, 1980. I posted the trailer of the Big Red One on my blogcast page and my Facebook page. So, check them out. It's notable for like having like Mark Hamill in there. I think he was trying to break the Luke Skywalker typecast because Empire Strikes, if I'm not mistaken, I know Empire Strikes Back came out in 1980, but I'm not clear when. But what do we got here? All right, yeah. So, but yeah, I think Mark Hamill was trying to break the typecast of Luke Skywalker by appearing in like the Big Red One with a legend, Lee Marvin. So, yeah. All right. So, anyways, the Big Red One. So, and I. All right. So, yeah. And I posted my the movie trailer and several clips of the movie on my blogcast page and my Facebook page. All right, pretty good cigar I got going on right there. It is a Rocky Patel vintage Connecticut, vintage 1999 Connecticut. All right, well, don't want that on there. Fuck. All right. So, anyways, yeah, it is Big Jims Blogcast Live version 4.0, episode 224. We're having a good time. It is Sunday, June 19th, 2022, Father's Day. So, all right. So, okay. Yeah, I got my craft beer going on tonight. It is the craft beer for tonight. It is Silverwood's Milkshake IPA by the Two Water Brewing Company in Corunna, Ontario, Canada. It's a strong beer, 6.8 alcohol percent volume. No unpleasant aftertaste to it. You can taste a little bit of the barley and the malt and the hop in it. And it's just got that milkshake creamy quality, like milkshake-esque quality to it. So, I think this is good for like backyard patio beer. So yeah, it's a good backyard patio beer. I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast, so stick around for that. So I'm chasing it down with like Gibson's finest whiskey right there. So as you can see, so far it's turning out to be a good combo. All right. So yeah. Want to remind everybody that this blogcast is not spam. The audio version goes out later on Spotify, Buzzsprout, and all these audio listening platforms where you listen to your podcast. So we're not spam. Like us, share us, subscribe to us. I want to say hi, give shouts out to everybody watching in the Port Elgin Sarnia groups, pop culture groups, classic rock, classic metal, hair metal, Van Halen, craft beer, cigars, sci-fi, Star Wars, pro wrestling, blogspot, TV and movies, TV dads, Bon Jovi groups, and Chain Reaction. Got Chain Reaction right on. So, anyways, yeah. All right, now we get to our our classic. All right. Our classic TV. Okay. So, anyways, yeah, our classic TV. It is Delta House. Now, this aired, and of course, yes, it was a spin-off of Animal House, a television spin-off of the movie Animal House. Um, but it didn't last long. But here's the here's the photo. There we go. There's the another cast photo of it. It appeared on ABC for 13 episodes from January 18th, 1979 to April 21st, 1979. Now, the TV version of the movie, it was had John Vernon as Dean Wormer, Stephen Furst as Flounder, Bruce McGill as D-Day. What do we got here? So, Bruce McGill as D-Day, James Widows as Hoover, Josh Mostel, the brother, who stars as Jim Blutarski, the brother of Bluto, and Peter Fox as Eric Stratton. Now, the original Peter Fox did not. That's Tim Matheson. He didn't reprise his role. So, in Delta House. So there's the whole there's the Animal House gang right there, and then here's the TV version of it. Now, it did well in the ratings eventually, but was canceled after 13 episodes, because executive producer Ivan Reitman and Maddie Simmons. What do we got here? All right, and Maddie Simmons had constant fights with ABC over the content of the show. Now, characters Pinto and Otter, like I said, Pinto and Otter. Otter originally played by Tom Hulse and Tim Matheson. Otter were played by Richard Sear and Peter Fox. Now, as Animal House, you watched it as much as I did. Most of the raunchy humor, sexual references, and language had to be toned down for the family hour. ABC put it in 8 p.m. Standards and practices pretty much tore the guts out of Delta House. But who got their big start in Delta House? Why, it was actress Michelle Pfeiffer. Bet nobody knew that. She played the bombshell, and she was this was an early starring role for her. So, and she got noticed. So, television executives, this is where her career really started and springboarded, with Delta House. So, but yeah, and here's the TV schedule, 1978-79. Now, as you can see, ABC put Delta House in the 8 to 8:30 p.m. winter time slot. In the spring, they put it in the 8:30 to 9 p.m. time slot. And competing for it, you had Chips on NBC. So, all right, you had Chips on NBC. There's Chips right there, opposite. And then you had Good Times, opposite Delta House. So which one are you going to watch? So anyways, yeah. So with that, with the 1-2 punch of getting clobbered in the ratings, from Chips and Good Times, and basically removing all the raunchy humor, all the sexual references, all the raunchy language, all the raunchy humor, pretty tore the guts out of Delta House. What you would expect in Animal House, you didn't see in Delta House. So, all right. And I posted several clips of the Delta House trailer and television clips on my Blogcast page and my Facebook page, so look for them. All right. Boom. Okay. So, but yeah, 13 episodes typically revolved around the antics of the deltas. So, but yeah. All right. Okay. There we are. All right, a new comedy after. All right. Okay. So as like, all right, boom. Gong time. All right. Mm. 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 Oh yeah, good cigar. Rocky Patel, vintage. There you go. Got that from the Riverfront Cigars in Sarnia. So, and my craft beer for tonight, it is Milkshake IPA, Silverwood's Milkshake IPA by the Two Water Brewing Company in Corunna, Ontario, Canada. It's a backyard patio kind of a beer. And no unpleasant aftertaste to it. It was just, yeah, so. Strong, though. 6.8 alcohol. There you go. Like, read that. 6.8 alcohol volume there. So, but it does have that quality like, and I had quality like milkshake X taste to it. So, anyways, yeah. All right. I'm chasing it down with like Gibson's Finest whiskey. All right. Good combo there. All right. So, I'm going to save the best for last, but we get to our hockey card hero here. All right. So, all right. Our hockey card hero. He is Miles Wood. What do we got here? So, all right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, he was born September 13th, 1995 in Buffalo, New York. 6'2", 195 pounds. In his junior career, he played with the 2007 Quebec International Pee Wee Hockey Tournament in the Middlesex Islanders ice hockey team. So, there's his hockey card right there. All right. So, April 10th, in his pro career, April 10th to 2016, he signs an entry-level contract with the New Jersey Devils. April 9th, 2016, makes his NHL debut against the Toronto Maple Leafs. November 29th, 2016, he scores his first NHL goal in a 3-2 loss against the Winnipeg Jets. 2017-2018 season, November 12th, 2017, he scores his first NHL hat trick in a 7-5 win over the Chicago Blackhawks. He helped the Devils clinch a spot in the 2018 Stanley Cup playoffs, scoring the goal in the April 5th, 2018 game, 2-1 over the Toronto Maple Leafs. He ends the season with 32 points, and he signs a 4-year contract with the Devils before the 2018-2019 season began. So this guy is still with the New Jersey Devils, still raking up the points. So, and I posted several of his highlights on my Blogcast page and my Facebook page. So look for them. There he is. There's his hockey card with all the stats on the back there. All right. So, but yeah, Mr. Miles Wood. All right. So, God, I don't know what it is, but that beer makes me thirsty. So, all right, gong time. Okay. So, yeah. All right. So, if you're just joining us for the very first time, this is Big Jim Blogcast Live version 4.0, episode 224. Write a comment. Say hello. Say hi. I'm going to. I did that. Now, yeah, it's Sunday, June 19th, 2022. It's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to my dad and every other dad out there. New dads to be. Yeah, especially my brother Troy. All right. Well, wait a minute here. Troy, you're a new dad, so... All right. Share, send in Messenger. Troy. All right. Yeah, there we go. All right, there we are. All right. So, all right. So, anyways, yeah. Happy Father's Day to every dad out there. Um, I want to remind everybody throughout the course of the blogcast, this blogcast is not spam. The audio version goes out later on Spotify, Buzzsprout, and all these audio listening platforms that you listen to. So, like us, share, subscribe to us, and giving shouts out to everybody watching the Sarnia Port Elgin groups, all the pop culture groups, retro nostalgia groups, Van Halen, craft beer, cigars, classic metal, classic hair metal, Chain Reaction, Star Wars, sci-fi, Blogspot, Bon Jovi, TV Dads. You guys rock. So, and the craft beer for tonight is called Silverwood's Milkshake IPA. It's by the Two Water Brewing Company in Corunna, Ontario, Canada. Um, mm. So far, I've established that it's a backyard patio beer. There's no unpleasant aftertaste to it. It does have that creamy-esque milkshake-esque taste to it. So it goes down really good. And I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So I got another full beer here for backup. Strong beer, though. 6.8 alcohol percent volume. So, but still, yeah. All right, chasing it down with blended with like Gibson's whiskey over there. Cheers, everybody. All right, so like that, yeah. All right, so all right, so all right. Mm. 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 Okay, so anywho, all right, we get to our classic tag team. They are. All right, we've got our classic tag WCW tag team, formerly Kronik. This is like they were formed in April of 2000 in WCW. Brian Clark, formerly Adam Bomb in the WWE. Brian Adams, formerly Crush in the WWE. Combined weight was 573 pounds. Now, the gimmick is that they were hard muscle, that they were like hired muscle. So, slogan, breaking necks and cashing checks. Now, Kronik debuted at the 2000 WCW Spring Stampede interview and the pay-per-view, and they interfered in the WCW Tag Team title match between Ric Flair, Lex Luger, Shane Douglas, Buff Bagwell, allowing Shane Douglas, this guy, to become WCW World Tag Team Champions. So, Kronik would hold the WCW Tag Team titles twice. Now, May 15, 2000 on Monday Nitro in Biloxi, Mississippi, against the franchise Shane Douglas and Chuck Palumbo, and losing the titles again to Shawn Stasiak and Shane Douglas and The Wall. Now they lost the titles to Shawn Stasiak and Chuck Palumbo on the May 30th WCW Thunder. So, second time around for these guys, second tag team title win. Kronik defeats Stasiak and Palumbo at the July 9, 2000 Bash at the Beach pay-per-view. In March of 2001, unfortunately, WCW was sold to WWE, and Kronik was not hired on by the WWE. In September of 2001, through friends, mostly in high places, The Undertaker, they re-debuted in the WWE after 2 dark matches, 4 Raw and SmackDown appearances. Brian Clark, now they had 2 dark matches. They had 4 Raw and SmackDown appearances, but they were deemed too unsafe to work with. Brian Clark was released from his contract. Brian Adams was sent to WWE Developmental Territory, Heartland Wrestling Association. He quit in November of 2001. Now, 2002, Kronik joined All Japan Pro Wrestling and defeated the Great Muta and Taiyo for the World Tag Team titles. They lost the titles to Goldberg and the Great Muta on January 19th, 2003. Now, unfortunately, there would be no reunion for these guys because Brian Adams died of a drug overdose on August 13th, 2007. So there's Brian Clark, and then there's Brian Adams here. So, pretty mean guys. So, anyways, and I posted several of their promos and their matches on my Blogcast page and my Facebook page. So look for them, like them. All right, so boom, gong. There we go. All right, so all right. For all you Star Wars fans, I've got this coming up right here. So, but anyways, I've got like a good cigar here. I gotta light this up. So, all right. Okay. All right. So yeah. All right. So yeah. All right. So yeah, this is Big Jims Blogcast Live version 4.0, episode 224. It is Sunday, June 19th, 2022. Happy Father's Day to everybody, including my two younger brothers, Greg and Troy. Troy is going to be a second-time father, so congratulations, Troy and Elise. Second-time father in July, expected, I think. Yeah, let me check on that. There we go. Yeah, all right. So, all right. So, anyways, it is. So, happy Father's Day to you guys and all the other dads out there, including my old man Tom, who's right now up in Manitoulin Island, having a good time with his friends. So, Dad, safe travels. Hope you make it back all right. Yeah. So, just remember, we're watching. Want to say hi to like all the shouts out to everybody watching the Port Elgin Sarnia groups, all the like Stokes Inland, Lizards Bar, Sarnia Rocks, all the pop culture groups, all the classic metal, hair metal, glam metal, Van Halen groups, craft beer, cigars, sci-fi, Star Wars, pro wrestling groups, all the Blogspot, classic TV and movies, Bon Jovi, TV dads, Chain Reaction. Yeah, God, Glenn and Chain Reaction, you guys tore it up last night. That's an excellent show, Destroyer Canada. So if somebody's out there, if you're out there watching right now, if you could like somehow share this to the Destroyer page, I'd like to get like, oh man, these guys like rocked last night, really did. Destroyer, and yeah, so, and all right, so. The guys handed out like Kiss Army, like all right, yeah, these keychains, official member, guess that, and the ribs last night from Silver Bullet were awesome, and yeah, so Ribfest was awesome too. So, all right, so yeah, tonight's craft beer is called Silverwood's Milkshake IPA and is by the Two Water Brewing Company in Corunna, Ontario, Canada. Gotta tell you, this one's a winner so far. I gotta open that up. Open the second can up. Top that up. It's a good backyard patio beer. So, and that's what. Oh yeah, topping that up. Look at that. Look at how that pours. All right. So yeah. And I'm chasing it down with like Gibson's whiskey, finest. Cheers, cheers everyone on this Sunday night. All right, so yeah. All right. All right. So now we get to our from the Star Wars character encyclopedia here. We have our Dewback. Yeah, right there. And there's like we've got like the Dewback. Right there, Stormtrooper riding it. There you go. Now, oh, what do we got here? So, all right. All right. So, Dewbacks were thick-skinned reptiles native to the planet of Tatooine, primarily used for mounts, especially by Imperial stormtroopers, sand troopers. Now, okay, what is it now? All right, so we got that. Okay. Oh, there we go. All right. So they were reptilian creatures native to the desert of Tatooine. Dewbacks were able to withstand the heat of Tatooine, twin binary suns, and the dust from the sand dunes. Now they had thick hides of green, scaly green skin with like long rounded heads and short tails. Now they were capable of huge bursts of speed. They plodded on their tiny on their feet through the desert sand on four-clawed feet. Now they are reclusive by nature. Now female Dewbacks had laid 50 to 80 eggs each standard year. Now Dewbacks got their name because they had the habit of licking the morning dew from their backs with their flicky tongues. So, but Dewbacks were mostly used on Tatooine for mounts and hauling goods from Mos Eisley merchants and moisture farmers, and also pulled post to starting grid. Now, stormtrooper patrols assigned to Tatooine Imperial garrisons used Dewbacks in patrolling the desert sands. Dewback stormtroopers searched, trying to retrieve the stolen data plans for like the Death Star. There you go. There we are. There's more intricate like photo of a Dewback right there. So, and there's the stormtrooper riding the Dewback right there. I posted the complete biology and habits of the Dewback on my Facebook page and my Blogcast page. So, like, look for it there. So, all right. Okay. So. All right. God, that beer makes me thirsty. That was from the Star Wars character encyclopedia, Dewbacks. All right. So. All right. So, yeah, that. Oh, God. Gong time. All right. All right. Oh, I gotta dump my hair. All right. Okay. I was just like, oh, out of breath. Oh. All right. So anyways, yeah. This is Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 4.0, episode 224. Sunday, June 19th, 2022. Happy Father's Day to every father out there, including my own, Tom, and my younger brother, Troy, who him and his wife, Elise, are expecting in July, their second child. So, and my brother, Greg. So, and all the other fathers out there. I want to remind everybody this blogcast is not spam. The audio version goes out later on Spotify, Buzzsprout, Anchor FM, Google Podcasts, and all these audio podcast listening platforms. We're not spam, so like us, share, subscribe to us. Shouts out to everybody watching in the Sarnia Port Elgin groups. All the pop culture, all the classic rock, hair metal, glam metal, Van Halen, craft beer, cigars, Star Wars, sci-fi, pro wrestling, Blogspot, Bon Jovi, TV dads, and chain reaction. So right on. All right, you guys really rock. Oh, I had a great time last night. So yeah. All right. Gong, bang the gong. All right. So. Mm, mm, mm. All right. Okay, and so tonight's craft beer, it is Silverwood's Milkshake IPA. It's by the Two Water Brewing Company in Corunna, Ontario, Canada. It's a strong beer, 6.8 alcohol percent volume, but it's good. It's really good. It's backyard patio beer. Mm. Mm. No unpleasant aftertaste to it. There's a little bit of creamy, malty, hoppy taste to it. I'm going to give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast, so stick around for that. Mm. Mm. Oh, yeah. Pretty good. So, chasing it down with Gibson's whiskey right there. All right. So, moderation's the key. Ah. So, I've got... last night, I was like... Destroyer, the Kiss tribute band, awesome band there. I had a great time. It would be safe to say that, and this is not an insult to Destroyer or anything, but they are Kiss light. So I saw the real thing, and I seen Destroyer, and Destroyer are the best Kiss tribute band. But it's not an insult to Destroyer, but they are Kiss light. So I think they would admit that themselves. So, but they do a great, awesome job. So, anyways, yeah. All right. Boom. Okay. All right. Now we get to our. One of our unsung heroes here. Our unsung heroes here in rock and roll. Mr. Desmond Child. He's known as a song doctor. Now, can anybody out there, name his songs he's co-written or like the dude's a very rich man. Like, I mean, yeah. So, oh yeah. Fuck. What? All right. Sure, Desmond. Okay. All right. Nope. All right. All right. So it appears I'm gonna. I'll look for it. More options, share to a group. All right. Nope. Okay. So, anywho, yeah. Mr. Desmond Child. He is known as the Song Doctor. Now, he started his music career in 1975, forming an R&B pop rock band called Desmond Child and Rouge. The band had 2 hit songs and had 2 albums that got great reviews, but album sales were shit. So the group broke up in 1980. Now, he turned his attention to songwriting. Now, he's worked with Kiss, Billy Squier, Joan Jett, Bon Jovi, Bonnie Tyler, Aerosmith, John Waite, Alice Cooper, Michael Bolton, Jennifer Rush, Ronnie Spector, Rat, Roxette, South Gang, Steve Vai, Ricky Martin, Kelly Clarkson, Leanne Rimes, Vince Neil, Meatloaf, Sebastian Bach, Scorpion, and Weezer. Now, his better known hit songs were Dude Looks Like a Lady, Angel, Crazy. With Aerosmith, he's worked with Aerosmith. He penned their comeback album, Permanent Vacation. Now, Dude Looks Like a Lady, Angel, Crazy, What It Takes, Aerosmith. He's co-written Livin' La Vida Loca with Ricky Martin. Here's his best buddy, John Bon Jovi. We'll get to that. He co-wrote the biggest album of all time, but we'll get to that in a minute. I Hate Myself for Loving You by Joan Jett. I Was Made for Loving You, Reason to Live. Kiss, like Detonator by Rat. yeah. So some of the albums he's worked on, like the artist Joan Jett. There we go. Co-written like Trash, Alice Cooper. Also, he like Kiss's Dynasty, and like with like all right, I Was Made for Loving You. All right, and Kiss's Animalize. All right. Produced like what did he? Okay, so but yeah, the guy is like virtually a legend. Um, and I posted several of his like how he came to write. Like we'll get to Slippery When Wet in a minute here. So, but yeah, he co-wrote Slippery When Wet with like John Bon Jovi. Turned out to be a big monster. I don't know, need to tell you how that turned out. So, anyways, all right. So, let's see here. All right. Okay. Just checking a few things here. All right. So, yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. But he's like, yeah, he was known as a song doctor. And he's co-written more hit songs than anybody else in the whole world. There he is with like his like with one of his like one of his best buddies, John Bon Jovi, and the dude, like he's all right by me. And this is the guy. Here he is with like his husband and two kids. So there you go. He had when he was with Desmond Child in Rouge, he had problems struggling with his sexuality. He came out as gay, and he's a lot more happier dude for it. So, right on, and he's found a happier life. So there he is with his husband and two children, and with his best bud John Bon Jovi. So, all right, there you go. All right. So, and yeah, so without him, there'd be no like, there'd be no Slippery When Wet. There'd be no like Livin' La Vida Loca. There'd be no like, yeah, it would be like, so, and I posted several, okay, I posted several of his videos, like of him describing the creative process behind like him writing songs on my Facebook page and my Blogcast page. So, all right. All right. Oh man, there's gotta be some juice in this. All right. So I'll relight this again. Okay. All right. All right. Well, there we go. Okay. So, anyways, this is Big Jims Blogcast Live. Version 4.0, episode 224. It is Sunday, June 19th, 2022. All right. So, anyways, yeah. Right. Yeah. Anyways, I want to give all right. So, before we get to Slip, our classic album, now, Mr. Alec John Such of Bon Jovi, formerly of Bon Jovi. Unfortunately, he passed away at the age of 70 last Sunday, June 5th. Causes we don't know about, but he played with Bon Jovi from 1983 to 1994. He left Bon Jovi to take a lot of time off. He was burned out. Unfortunately, he passed away. He was inducted into the 2018 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame class with the band. So there we are. There is Mr. Alec John Such. We toast you, Mr. John Such, wherever you are right now. Cheers. Mm. And Godspeed to you, sir. You are in rock and roll heaven now. So, all right. Okay. So, but yeah. All right. So, yeah, that was Mr. Alec John Such, who passed away the age of 70 on Sunday, June 5th. Just a few weeks ago. That's for you, Mr. Such. All right. So, now, before we get to our classic album, Revisited, I want to say that, like, this blogcast is not spam. The audio version goes out later on Spotify, Buzzsprout, Anchor FM, Google Podcast, and all these audio podcast listening platforms. So, and you might find it on your audio, wherever you find your audio listening, wherever you listen to your podcast, you'll find Big Jims Blogcast live there. So we go out later. We're not spam. Share us, like us, subscribe to us. And yeah, so anywho, it is episode 224. It is Sunday, June 19th, 2022. It is Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, including my younger brother Troy. Him and his wife Elise are expecting their second child in July. And my other brother Greg. So happy Father's Day to you guys. I want to give shouts out to everybody watching the Port Elgin Sarnia groups, all the pop culture groups, the classic rock, hair metal, glam metal, Van Halen, craft beer, cigars, Star Wars, sci-fi, pro wrestling, blogspot, classic TV and movies, Bon Jovi, TV dads, and chain reaction. So right on. All right. I've got a good cigar going. It is a Rocky Patel vintage. All right. So, and tonight's craft beer, accompanied by Gibson's Finest Whiskey. It is. Hold on here a sec. All right. It is Silverwood Milkshake IPA by the Two Water Brewing Company in Corunna, Ontario, and it is a backyard. It's a backyard patio beer. It's growing on me. It's got no unpleasant aftertaste. It's got that. It does have that milkshake-esque quality to it. So, yeah. All right. Yeah. And I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. But good job, Two Waters, so far. All right. So, oh, yeah. Oh, man. All right. Okay. Oh, yeah. All right, that good cigar there. Now we get to our classic album, Revisited. Of course. All right. We've got Bon Jovi's Slippery When Wet. All right, there you go. Here's our boys in the band. There we go. All right. Got the hair going on. Released August 18th, 1986. Now, the band, John Bon Jovi, the singer, Richie Sambora leads guitar, Alec John Such on bass, David Bryan on keyboards, and Tico Torres on drums. Now, this was, Mercury Records, released by Mercury Records in North America. Slippery When Wet was recorded in between January and July of 1986 at the Little Mountain Sound Studios in Vancouver, British Columbia. Produced by Bruce Fairbairn and Bob Rock. Bruce Fairbairn produced it, Bob Rock mixed the album. Bob Rock would go on to work with Metallica and Motley Crue. Key players on the album, of course, Bruce Fairbairn, Bob Rock, and of course, the song doctor, Mr. Desmond Child. So, yeah, all right. So, yeah, there you go. And John Bon Jovi and Richie Sambora. So there we go. After After 78 Fahrenheit, Bon Jovi changed its way and its sound for Slippery When Wet. John and Richie hired Desmond Child to collaborate on the album. They wrote over 30 songs and auditioned them for local, they auditioned these songs for local New Jersey and New York teenagers. They put the group putting their songs on order based on their opinions. That is a smart move. Very smart move. John Bon Jovi hated Living on a Prayer at first, but Sambora convinced him, put it on. It's a hit. So, after visiting the Orange Strip Club in Vancouver, the band changed their album title to Slippery and Wet. The album cover, garbage bag approach. The band wanted bikini-clad strippers on the cover, but the label said no because no retailer would carry the album afraid of offending women as sexist. And in this day and age, I don't think that album cover would pass. So, all right, but it's in the inner sleeve there. So, all right. Their management at the time was Doc McGee. So, anyways, the singles: Let It Rock, You Give Love a Bad Name, Living on a Prayer, Social Disease, Wanted Dead or Alive. Side 2, Raise Your Hands Without Love, I Die For You, Never Say Goodbye, Wild in the Streets. Now, when it was released, it was an instant, massive commercial success and spent 8 weeks at number 1 on the U.S. Billboard album chart. To date, Slippery and Wet has sold over 12 million copies and more than 30 million copies worldwide. So, Bon Jovi became a household name, superstars after this album. Everybody knows the story here. Now, the follow-up, of course, went to number 4 everywhere. Same songwriters, same producers. Bon Jovi is still together to this day, except Richie Sambora left because of family issues. Of course, Alec John Such passed away a couple of weeks ago, and when he left the band, he was replaced by Hugh McDonald. Doc McGee was fired, but still manages Kiss. Went on to manage Motley Crue and Skid Row. Bruce Fairbairn went on to work with Aerosmith, AC/DC, Poison, Kiss, Van Halen, and unfortunately he passed away May 17th, 1999. I posted You Give Love a Bad Name and Living on a Prayer on my Facebook page and my Blogcast page, and several interviews with Bon Jovi on retrospective interviews on Slippery When Wet, talking about the album. So, and the boys thank, let's see. All right, let's see who the boys thank on this album. Now, okay, so the usual, our families, Mark Weiss, just a couple of musicians, of course, Desmond Child, Kramer, and extra special thanks go to Derek Schulman, Doc McGee, excuse me. But yeah, Slippery When Wet, a classic album. All right, Bon Jovi, Slippery When Wet, Pretty Boy John Bon Jovi. So, he ain't so pretty no more. So there you go, Bon Jovi, Slippery When Wet. All right, our classic album of the night. And one of the key players, right? And this was one of the key players on Slippery When Wet, Mr. Desmond Child, the song doctor. All right, excuse me. All right, so I want to give me a bit of a breather here. Fuck. All right. Okay. All right. So, anyways, yeah. All right. Whew. Let's breathe here. All right. So, anyways, yeah. The band. There you go. All right. All looking serious. Their hair. David Bryan's got the poodle cut going on right there. Okay. So, all right. All right. I don't know why, but I find myself humming like She Don't Know Me. Maybe I time to light this up again. All right. All right. Oh yeah. Okay. So, anyways, all right. Hmm. All right. So yeah. I want to. All right. It is Sunday, June 19th, 2022. This is Big Jims Blogcast Live 4.0 episode 224. So, and yeah, this want to remind everybody this blogcast is not spam. The audio version goes out later on Spotify, Buzzsprout, and wherever you listen to your audio podcasts. So, anyways, goes out on these later on tonight. Want to give shouts out to everybody watching the Sarnia Port Elgin groups, all the pop culture groups, the Van Halen, craft beer, cigars, classic rock, glam metal. Um, all right, so yeah, where are we? Where are we now? Okay, there we are. All right, so yeah, classic rock, glam metal, Star Wars, sci-fi, pro wrestling, blogspot, classic TV and movies, Bon Jovi, TV dads, and chain reaction. So right on. You guys really tore it up last night. So all right, boom. Our craft beer for tonight, and I've got Gibson's whiskey accompanying it. All right. Fuck. Mm. Mm. The craft beer for tonight, I'm going to top it up. It is called Silverwood Milkshake IPA by the Two Water Brewing Company in Corunna, Ontario, Canada. So, topping that up. All right. Yeah, good beer. It is, like I said, this beer, what do we got? Is a backyard patio beer. It's got no unpleasant aftertaste. It goes down really smooth. It's got a milkshake-esque quality to it, because, I taste that definitely. And I do give it a rating out of 10 and later on in the blogcast, so stay tuned for that. All right. Yeah. All right. So, okay. Gong time. All right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Now we get to my most favorite time in the blogcast. It is called This Week in Van Halen History. Now, you can either have them in color or them in black and white. So, anyways, This Week in Van Halen History. So, all right. So, here we go. Okay. So, from June 13th to June 19th. All right. Van Halen plays the Hilton in Pasadena. June 13th, 1975, Van Halen plays the Hilton in Pasadena, California. June 13th, 1980, Van Halen performs on the TV show ZDF Rock Pop at ZDF's TV studios in Munich, Germany. June 13th, 1984, Van Halen played the Centropex in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. June 14th, 1978, Van Halen visits Toy Studios in Tokyo, Japan as a part of a promotional tour. June 14th, 2003, David Lee Roth plays the LV joint in Las Vegas, Nevada. June 14th, 2006, David Lee Roth appears on The View to promote the VH tribute bluegrass album Strumming with the Devil. June 15th, 1979, Van Halen plays Jap Eden Hall in Amsterdam, Netherlands. June 15th, 1988, Van Halen bring the Monsters of Rock tour to Three Rivers Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. June 15th, 1986, Eddie Van Halen jams at the Limelight Club in Chicago, Illinois. June 15th, 2002, Sammy Hagar and David Lee Roth play the Smirnoff Music Center in Dallas, Texas. June 16th, 1984, Van Halen play the Marriott in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. June 17th, 1988, David Lee Roth plays the Sports Arena in San Diego, California. June 17th, 1991, Van Halen releases their ninth studio album, For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge. Um, all right. June 17th, 1991, David Lee Roth plays the Richmond County Civic Center in Augusta, Georgia. June 17th, 2015, Van Halen hold rehearsals for the 2015 summer tour. June 18th, 1981, Van Halen plays the Selland Arena in Fresno, California. June 18th, 1984, Van Halen releases the Panama single. June 19th, 1980, Van Halen plays the Apollo Theatre in Manchester, England. June 19th, 1981, Van Halen plays the Sports Arena in Los Angeles, California. June 19th, 1989, Van Halen attends the movie premiere of Batman at Mann's Chinese Theater. All right, and that is it for this week in Van Halen history. All right, so yeah, okay, so all right. All right, people. So yeah, okay. What do we got here? So all right. So yeah, that is all for this week in Van Halen history. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, all right. So it is. Before we get to our top classic TV fathers. All right. Our craft beer for tonight. Oh, God, this makes me so thirsty. All right. Our craft beer for tonight is called Silverwood Milkshake IPA by the Two Water Brewing Company in Corunna, Ontario, Canada. Good beer. It's a backyard patio beer. It's a good spring, summer, and fall backyard patio beer. There's no unpleasant aftertaste to it. A little bit of milkshake-esque taste to it. So, yeah. It's, it's surprisingly 6.8 alcohol percent volume in there. So, all right. So, yeah, and I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So, all right. And I'm chasing it down with, like, Gibson's finest whiskey there. So, all right. Yeah, good stuff. So, and as all right. All right, there we go. Refreshing that page. All right. Okay. So, all right, gong time. Good cigar. It is a Rocky Patel vintage from like 1992 or anyways, fuck. 1999, vintage Connecticut, 1999. All right. So, yeah, as I want to remind everybody tonight that this blogcast is not spam. The audio version goes out later on Spotify, Buzzsprout, and all these audio listening podcast platforms. And you might find them on your platform. So, like us, share, subscribe to us. Again, we are not spam. Want to say hi to give shouts out to everybody watching the Port Elgin Sarnia groups. Pop culture, classic rock, hair metal, Van Halen groups, craft beer, cigars, retro, nostalgia groups, sci-fi, Star Trek, pro wrestling, Blogspot, Bon Jovi, TV dads, and Chain Reaction. All right. Oh yeah, Glenn McKinnon and Chain Reaction. You guys really rock. All right. So we're gonna get to our top 5 TV fathers here. Now this is in no particular order here. We've got Mr. Mike Brady. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. My brother included, Troy Brown, him and his wife are expecting their second child in July. And my old man, Tom, who's up north right now. So this is Mike Brady, Brady Bunch, occupation architect. Married to Carol Brady, had like sons Greg, Bobby, Peter, daughters Marcia, Jan, and Cindy. Widowed. It aired on ABC from 1969 to 1974. So, all right, Mr. Mike Brady. We've got Mr. Al Bundy, played by Ed O'Neill on Married with Children. There's the show right there. Married to Peggy Bundy. He was a shoe salesman. He was a former high school football player. This aired on Fox from 87 to 90, April of 1987 to June of 1997. One son, Bud Bundy. One daughter, Kelly Bundy. There we go. All right. So, Jason Seaver. Here we go. There's Jason Seaver, played by the late Alan Thicke on Growing Pains. Where is that? There we go. There's the show Growing Pains. All right. So he's a psychiatrist, married to Maggie Seaver. Children Mike Seaver, Ben Seaver, and Carol Seaver, and Chrissy Seaver. All right. So, all right. We've got Howard Cunningham of Happy Days. There you go. There's the. All right. Played by Tom Bosley. He was the owner of Cunningham Hardware in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He's married to Marion Cunningham. Children, Chuck, Richie, and Joni Cunningham. Set in the 1950s. All right. So, who else we got here? So, we have Mr. Jock Ewing, played by the late Jim Davis of Dallas. All right. So this is John Ross, Jock Ewing Sr. He was chairman and president of Ewing Oil from 1930 to 1977. Co-owner of South Fork Ranch, married to Ellie Ewing. Children, John Ross Ewing Jr., Bobby Ewing, Gary Ewing, and Ray Krabs. Unfortunately, Mr. Jim Davis passed away. They killed off his character in a helicopter crash in 1981. Jim Davis unfortunately died from cancer in 1981. Now we've got a few honorable mentions here. All right. All right. So we've got Mr. Jim. We've got Mr. Jim Walsh here, played with Brandon Walsh. This is played by Jim Eckhouse. Beverly Hills 90210. He's an accountant. Jim and Cindy Walsh. Their two children, Brendan and Brenda. So, all right. And here we go with Mr. Philip Drummond. Honorable mention too. Of Different Strokes, played by the late Conrad Bain. He adopted the premise of Different Strokes. He adopted two black kids that were that were children of his maid. So, Mr. Drummond, yes, Different Strokes. There we go. Mr. Danny Tanner, played by the late Bob Saget of Full House. And we've got James Evans Sr., this guy right here. Good Times. All right. Played by John Amos, married to Florida Evans, played by Esther Roll. Three children: J.J. Evans, Michael Evans, and Thelma Evans. All right. So that is our TV dads. All right. So, anyways, yeah. That is our top 5 TV dads plus our honorable mentions. All right. All right. All right. All right. So, good cigar is a Rocky Patel. Oh, wow. All right. So, anyways, yeah. Mm, mm, mm. I'm going to rate the beer here in a few seconds here, but I want to give you guys an inspirational, motivational quote. Stop chasing what your mind wants, and you'll get what your soul needs. That's our quote, our inspirational quote. Stop chasing what your mind wants, and you'll get what your soul needs. All right. So, anyways, yeah, it is Big Jims Blogcast Live version 4.0, episode 224. It is Sunday, June 19th, 2022. This blogcast is not spam. The audio version goes out later on Spotify, Buzzsprout, and all these audio listening platforms that you listen to your podcast to. So, like us, share, subscribe to us again. This blogcast is not spam. I want to give shouts out to everybody watching in the Sarnia Port Elgin groups, the pop culture groups, the classic metal, hair metal, hard rock, Van Halen, craft beer, cigars, Star Wars, sci-fi, pro wrestling, blogspot, Bon Jovi, TV dads, and the Chain Reaction. Chain Reaction. You guys really rocked last night. So, yeah. Tonight's craft beer, accompanied by Gibson's finest Scotch whiskey, or finest whiskey. All right. So, it is, I'm going to top it up here. The craft beer for tonight. All right, look how that pours. All right. The craft beer for tonight is Silverwood's Milkshake IPA by the Two Water Brewing Company in Corunna, Ontario, Canada. Oh, yeah. Now, this beer, it's a backyard patio beer. It's a good spring and summer and fall beer. I'm going to give it a rating out of 10 in a couple of seconds, but if anybody wants to throw it a number, please do so. It's got a milkshake-esque quality to it, no bitter aftertaste. I'm going to top it up. There we go. All right. So, I'm going to top it up. Look at that. All right. So, if you think I know what I'm going to give it, you just throw a number there. Otherwise, I'm going to throw a number. There we go. Boom. 8 out of 10. Good beer, guys. Two Water Brewing Company. Yeah. Goes, like I said, it does go down really smooth. It's a backyard patio beer, suitable for spring, summer, fall. 8 out of 10. Good job, guys. Really. Now, I want to give last minute shout outs here to Chain Reaction, Glenn McKinnon and Chain Reaction, and Destroyer the band, Kiss tribute band. Because last night, oh yeah. All right. So, oh yeah. Sarnia Kisman Rib Fest. Look at that. The Silver Bullet barbecue, great ribs. And all right, the keychain, Kiss keychain that I got last night from Destroyer. Now it makes me an official member of the Kiss Army. So right on. All right. So, but yeah. All right. All right. Yeah. Okay. So. All right. So yeah. Let's see what we got here. Just about to sign off here. Okay. So yeah, it is Big Jims Blogcast Live, episode 224 version. Big Jims Blogcast Live version 4.0, episode 224. Sunday, June 19th, 2022. All right. Okay. Hold on here. I got to relate that. All right. All right. The inspirational motivational quote tonight is stop chasing what your mind wants and you'll get what your soul needs. So there we go. Now, I want to give Father's Day shout outs here to my brother Troy. Him and his wife Elise are expecting in July. Plus my other brother Greg. Happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day to my old man, to my dad Tom, who's up in Manitoulin Island right now, and all the other fathers out there. So now I've been getting requests for T-shirts like mine. Now, if you want T-shirts like mine or baseball jersey, like this one, back to front, where the logo is on the back to the front, or you'd like a plain white T-shirt like this. Now, Big Jims Blogcast Live, or any design like a tank top, anything. They are $30 a pop, including shipping and handling. They take 6 weeks to 8 weeks for delivery. $30 a pop. Email me on my Blogcast page or my Facebook page. E-transfer, cash, money order, and I will do my best to send them out to you promptly, like 4 to 6 weeks for delivery. I can't help that. It's just the day and age we live in. COVID's still around, so it's 4 to 6 weeks. 4 to 6 weeks for delivery. So, all right, yeah. And Chain Reaction and Destroyer. God, you guys really rocked it out last night. So, yeah. Few words about Sarnia Kidman Rib Fest. Great time last night. It was. All right. It was great. Like the Chain Reaction opened for Destroyer. Chain Reaction played a lot of great hits. Destroyer came on. This is no insult to Mo and the guys. I think they would admit that they are Kiss light, like a light version of Kiss. Yeah. And they played like the Kiss classics. So the audience went home happy. That's all that counts. That's all that matters, guys? Everybody, that's what happens. The audience, including myself, went home happy. So, but when the Gene Simmons, when Mo went it's like, oh my God! He looked at me. It's like, oh my God! It's like I wanted to hold the person next to me. I was like, holy shit! But yeah, we all had a good time. It rocked. So ribs were good, band was good, Chain Reaction was great, Destroyer was great. So right on. So anyways, yeah. All right, guys. All right. So we have Silverwood's Milkshake IPA, 8 out of 10 by the Two Water Brewing Company in Corunna, Ontario. Yeah. Birthday shout-outs: Tanya Dwinell, Paul Cicutti, Tony Tarrant, Sheldon Wade, Laura Lee Boyd, Tasman Augustin, Tracy Scarf, Kelly Mullen, Elizabeth Raymond, Richard Collin, Melissa Frazier, Jennifer Wood, Cicely Berezowski, Deborah Triplett, Drew Herback, Carrie Eldridge, Doug McKee, Teresa Farrell, Stephen Kay, Louis Malias, Christina Dominici, Dana Goodyear, Teresa Colley, Terry Coulter, Lynn Scholten, Stephen Robertson. Happy birthday, everyone. We talked about the Big Red One, the movie. All right. Talked about Delta House. Kronik, the tag team Kronik. Our hockey card hero, Miles Wood. There we go. This week in Van Halen history. All right. Our Alec John Such. Our classic album. Bon Jovi, Slippery When Wet. All right. Yeah, the Song Doctor, Desmond Child. There we go. Yeah. And our Star Wars Dewback. All right. And our top five TV dads. So be good, everybody. No, I don't think I've forgotten anything. Great cigar. Boom. Gongs. Remember, our broadcast isn't spam. The audio version goes out later on Spotify, Buzzsprout, all these audio listening podcast platforms. Shouts out to everybody watching in the Sarnia and Port Elgin groups. Pop culture, Van Halen, classic rock, hair metal, craft beer, cigars, Star Wars, sci-fi, pro wrestling, Blogspot, Chain Reaction, Bon Jovi. All right, guys, you guys rock, and you may or may not see me next weekend. So, cheers, everybody. Yeah, one's going out to you. Remember, 8 out of 10 on the Silverwoods Milkshake IPA by the Two Water Brewing Company in Corunna, Ontario, Canada. So, yeah, cheers, everybody, and good night. And thank you for ending your weekend with me.